Alrighty, do as I say, not as I do. This hasn't cured nearly fully. I think it's been like less than a week, and you know, I already have it strong. I've been baking it in my truck, my solar kiln, but still, this is much too soon to be monkeying around with the bowl like this. All I wanted to do is just brace it low and just check out how even it is. It's pretty darn even. And I didn't hit, aside from just finishing sanding with 320, I didn't touch the belly. This is what I mean, that my bows are basically tillered off the get-go. Dyed the belly red, got a kind of a long sinew string on it. I'm going to make a sinew string out of elk backstrap, so it's not going to have all those fuzzies. I like the fuzzies. You know, I didn't trim them off with fingernail clippers. But yeah, this is it. Horse bow. Next up, aside from, so I've got several things cooking in the pot, working on my commission Osage bows, and I've got two nice paddle bow blanks that I actually did some rounding on. I put some effort into these things beyond knocking out the squared thing. So these two, which could result, again, depends on how you round them, 50 to 60 pound, 28 inches paddle bows. You should rawhide back them. But I shall say 100 for each one. This is an incredible deal. Just look up John Riggs paddle bow. There's a million of them. Videos out there, not a million, you know. Don't want to get into the trap like that movie Used Cars with Kurt Russell. I think it was Kurt Russell. But yeah, a whole bunch. To finish off the pin knocks, I don't even need to make a new video. Let's harvest stuff from the past. YouTube search, John Riggs, adding pin knocks to a paddle bow. There's also one of my talismans I'm doing in there. John Riggs, how to rawhide back a paddle bow. And I use hide glue. You can use Titebond if you want, but I like hide glue. What else? John Riggs, how to round the back of a paddle bow. There's probably a bunch of them. How to paint a paddle bow. Just look up my Raven bows. Just, you know, have at it. Every single portion of finishing this, I already made a video on it. So I don't need to keep adding and confusing and making it so people can't find price list for my whatever's prior to a web page. Okay, strings. Yeah. I need to include, I need to make up strings for these. So I'm not going to do the same thing, make the same mistake with the paddle bows. I can do it two ways. I have, actually, well, I'm not going to dig through there. I've got one of these old hand drills, right? And a jig set up. So I can do a 2-ply reverse twisted string doing this thing. It's not as elegant as my hand twisted string, where I actually hand twist a nice plaited loop into it. $5 for the machine-made string. $20 for the hand-twisted one, which is a bargain because it takes a while and there's skill involved in that. But $100 a piece for these beginning of pre-shaped paddle bows, which can result 50 to 60 pounds. You want a lighter one, just tell me. An extra $5 for machine-made string. Extra $20 for the hand twisted 2-ply reverse string with a plaited loop in the end. Be $55. I would also strongly suggest you pick up the 10-inch radius sanding block to round the backs. And rawhide, you can discuss it through email or whatever. I only have 2 sets of 2.5-inch wide strips of rawhide. That is all. Thank you for watching The Joy of Making Bows. Have a good one.